need help. We need everybody. This is worse than the 80s.
You worrying about your child every day they come out the house to go to school. It's like, okay, is my child at school safe? Did they make it home from school safe?
Concerns like those voiced by Kiara Moore are the reasons D.C. leaders are going door to door. Kiara's family lives in Union Heights. She's worried about raising her two sons in a city she says is plagued with crime.
Back when I was coming up, we was able to come outside and go play without worrying about getting shot.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Eyes of Faith with Michael Roy. Thanks for tuning into the broadcast. God bless you. God bless you. We've been out on a needed break. I took about a week off to celebrate my anniversary, but also to re-energize, get myself together. And that's what we have done. We've gotten ourselves together. We come back strong. And I'm coming back touting the incredible wisdom of Donald Trump. Of course, we're talking about the DC takeover, as you just saw in a video that we just showed. This young lady said, we need some help. We need some help. What she say? She said, we need some help, man. We need some help in this mug. We need some help. Now, somebody gonna look at that the wrong way, but I'm gonna play it again because I want y'all to understand. Listen to this young lady. So you got politicians that are out there lying, saying, oh no, DC is fine. Oh, the crime is down. Oh, it's no problem. Oh, everything is just great. Trump is tripping. Trump just making up stuff. He just want to be addicted. He just want to control folk. Well, let me see what this young lady says about that. Let's hear her one more. Let's see what she says again.
We need help.
What?
We need everybody. This is worse than the 80s.
You worrying about your child every day they come out the house to go to school. It's
What
like,
you
okay,
say?
is my child at school safe? Did they make it home from
Tell
school
the truth.
safe?
Concerns like those voiced by Kiara Moore are the reasons D.C. leaders are going door to door. Kiara's family lives in Union Heights. She's worried about raising.
So my question is, did the politicians not talk to her? Are they not talking to the people in the community? See, the problem is that with these mostly rich white liberals who live behind these gated mansions and these professors and teachers with these great salaries, they talk, oh, it's great. We just go everywhere. Yeah, around Capitol Hill, around where the president and all those people are, where there's some level of security. But when you go to the hood, when you go down to where the real crime is, what's up? See, that's the issue. So we want to dig into this just a little bit because Trump has made a decision, and it's going to probably be one of the greatest decisions any president of this country has ever made. So let's go ahead and I'm going to load this. I'm going to exit solo and load this.
I'm announcing a historic.
And we're going to let Trump talk for a minute, and then we'll get back with it. He's announcing his DC takeover.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is?
Take it back.
And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And you people are victims of it, too. You know, you're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed. And you all know people and friends of yours that happened. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something. And you don't have that now.
You know, and that's a good point. Let me say this. This is the problem with liberals, and I'm going to say mostly rich white liberals, the people who run the media, CNN and MSNBC and Channel 5 and Channel 8 and ESPN. See, these people are millionaires. They live in fancy gated communities and they have personal security guards and they're not too worried about crime just running up on them. See, so these people can talk all that talk that they want to talk. When you're in a community where crime is rampant, where you see the lower socioeconomic level of individual every day on the bus, on the train, in the ghetto, in the hood, when you see them people every day, crime is real. Who doesn't want law and order? Who don't want law and order? Why are liberals and some black sellouts like Al Sharpton and others trying to make like crime in DC is no big deal when people are saying, man, we need the police. We need some help in this place. Help us, Trump, help us. Somebody help us. They're crying out in Chicago right now saying, Trump, please, when you finish in DC, come help us in Chicago. Come help us in Baltimore. Who don't want law and order? I grew up in the projects in West Dallas in the 80s and the 90s when crack was running rampant, when folk would steal your car battery, steal your AC unit out of your window in your home, steal your Jordashes, your Calvin Kleins off the clothesline. Man, don't tell me about crime. Who doesn't want law and order? These liberals have gone so woke and thirst for power, they're trying to bait people into supporting crime, supporting criminals. Crime is okay. Criminal activity is okay. Man, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up and know the devil is busy trying to snatch your life. These liberal politicians mean black America no good. They're using us black people as a pawn on a table to get their own power and get their own needs met. They don't care about black Americans. And I'm talking about the working class poor that are trying to survive in this world. Rich white liberals and black liberals who sold out to them, who've been paid to perpetrate a fraud, to lead black people down this tunnel of poverty and criminal lifestyles, and to be okay with being raped and murdered and abused and say, oh, that ain't really happening to y'all. Oh, it ain't that bad. Yeah, a few of y'all get killed and raped every now and again, but it ain't that bad. What we will say, nigga, please, yes. That's Al Sharpton, these Crumpton, these folks, trying to dumb us down, trying to talk as if we are not intellectually savvy or sound enough to realize this scam they're running on black America, especially those in DC, Chicago, Baltimore, these areas where it's heavily populated black community. Atlanta, he should go to Atlanta as well. But as Trump is saying, listen, this is our nation's capital. We need to begin here with some law and order. And we need the heavy hand of our military to help our police, who are apparently either they're inept, because the politicians have no will to do, or they're inept because they don't have enough people on the force. Whichever one it is, Trump says we've had enough. We've had enough. It's time to act. It's time to move. And now Trump has taken over DC, and lo and behold, they say it hadn't been a murder in DC in 12 days. Do tell, do tell, do tell. Now, of course, some are crying foul and he just want to be a dictator. He just want to run us. He's a fascist. He like Hitler. He want us back in chains. That's a bunch of garbage. He's supporting you. He's trying to clean up the city for you. He's trying to help you. He's trying to make life better for you. Now, if you don't believe me, let's go to a clip that demonstrates how horrible crime can be, even though at the onset of this particular video I'm going to show you, the liberals are at it once again trying to say, well, crime isn't really
The president declared a
that
crime
bad.
emergency.
So check this out. This is classic liberal. Well, the president says that even though he says crime is bad, he's got to take it over. Well, we don't think it's so bad. We even got a white guy here to prove it to you. So listen.
Although the president declared a crime emergency in Washington earlier this year, the Justice Department reported that violent crime in D.C. had hit a 30-year low, and many residents went about.
And by the way, those are probably stats they were using from the last 4 years under what? Joe Biden? You mean senile Joe Biden? You mean Joe Biden who had an administration that was corrupt and no one knew what they were doing? You mean those stats? Who's going to trust those stats? They're fake, they're fraudulent, and the people are going to show you, man, we don't believe that. Let's continue.
Life as usual over the weekend, including Jeff Menzer, who we met at a local farmer's market.
I generally feel safe. I
Oh,
go
I'm a
out
white
at
guy.
night.
I feel so safe.
You know, fortunately, I do live in a neighborhood that is relatively safe. It actually.
Oh, Jeff lives in a relatively safe neighborhood. Oh, he don't live in the projects. Oh, he don't live where all the crime happens. Oh, he lives where the police are most of the time. Oh, okay. But you interviewed him. Wow.
Has an ongoing police presence because it's on Capitol Hill, but random crimes do happen.
But a major
So he lives near Capitol Hill where they've got plenty of police. So you interview him. Wow. Huh. Good job.
reason cited by the Trump administration for placing the city under federal control was to target juvenile crime in the nation's capital,
DC police say the 3 teen carjackers got caught up in traffic,
which soared in Washington during the pandemic as well as around the country.
So let me pause there for a minute. So one of the big issues there in DC is that beginning at the pandemic, juvenile crime just got absolutely out of control. Rapes, murders, of course, stealing, carjacking. I mean, just relentless. But now found some stats claiming that number has lowered over the last couple of years, which who would believe that? So this is one of the main reasons Trump has come in to take over, to get control. Somebody's got to be an adult. Somebody got to set a standard. Somebody got to kick somebody in their butt to get things right. That's Donald J. Trump.
It has since fallen to levels seen in other cities, but then came a highly publicized attack on a Trump administration official by a group of teenagers earlier this month.
I see too much violent crime being committed by young punks who think that they can get together in gangs and crews and beat the hell out of you or anyone else.
Right.
Shajib Udullah and his wife own this convenience store at Hechinger Mall in Northeast D.C., an area long plagued by high crime. Their store was recently robbed and vandalized by dozens of teenagers. And Udullah says D.C. police needs more help.
Is like 30.
What? Did he say DC police need more help? Now, this is a business owner, a citizen who's married, who's a business owner, who's being productive, who's trying to make a difference in his community. He says he believes the police need more help, but the politicians those lying, scheming devils. It's, oh, we got enough police. Everything's fine. Bunch of idiots.
More than 30 kids robbing us, and they show up like more than 30 minutes later. That's when I don't think so they are enough. They might be busy for somewhere else. So I don't think so it's enough police around here.
They say they welcome the federal takeover, but not far from their store, Abdullah Salim runs this boxing gym in the Trinidad neighborhood where he mentors local teens.
We need order in our city. If you don't have no order, you ain't got no city.
He hasn't seen an increased presence in his neighborhood either, but he says he supports what the president is doing.
I've been seeing a lot of atrocity, a lot of murders, a lot of innocent children, a lot of innocent babies, and there's nothing done about it.
Now, y'all answer me something. Who y'all gonna believe? Y'all gonna believe the lying politicians who live in their castles, in their gated communities with their security guards? Or you gonna believe these people who live in these neighborhoods, who's on the ground, who see these people every day? Who are you gonna believe? You gonna believe the store owner who's been robbed, he said, for the last 30 years? You gonna believe this guy who runs a gym to try to help the youth who see murders on the street? You gonna believe them, or you gonna believe the lying politicians? You gotta make up your mind. Who are you gonna believe? These politicians don't care anything about people. Many of these lying liberal politicians only care about money and power, and they use the masses, the poor masses. They manipulate them to get their vote and to swing power their direction. That's the only thing they care about. They're hating that Donald Trump has cleaned things up because it's going to help him look better, and it may help them win more seats in the midterm. That's all it's about. They don't want Trump to clean things up because it's going to hurt their political aspirations to gain more power from the Republicans. That's what it's about. And the sooner people wake up and figure that out, the better. I'm going to tell you, man, this is horrible. The things that people do for money and power. I'm going to run this one video back again that we showed earlier.
In the city, she says,
this young lady. This young lady, you gonna believe her, or you gonna believe those politicians?
This is worse than the 80s.
You worrying about your child every day. They come out the house to go to school. It's like, okay, is my child at school safe? Did they make it home from school safe?
Concerns like those voiced by Kira Moore are the reason.
Now you gonna believe Kira Moore? You gonna believe the politician? You gonna believe what's her name? Jasmine Crockett? You gonna believe Schumer? You gonna believe all these lying politicians? You gonna believe lying Al Sharpton? You gonna believe all these lying politicians? When these people are telling you they live in these neighborhoods, they are there every day. They see the crime. They hear the bullets flying at night. They hear the sirens. Who you gonna believe? Stop falling for this garbage that these rich, fat, rich politicians are throwing your way. They use the media, the lying, devil-controlled media, who is an arm of the Democratic Party, make things appear as they're okay when the people on the ground are telling you what's happening. We're gonna go to this final video.
See, working to clean up the Capitol on behalf of the president's orders. Also, as they ramp up their efforts, we're reminded of the painful reality for the victims and families.
I saved these last couple of testimonies because they are powerful. Please listen. Please listen and share. I don't need you to just watch these videos, people. I need you to share them because we need to know that this president is doing what needs to be done, and there are too many people trying to hinder him. Give this man an opportunity to help re-establish this country as a law and order community, as a law and order country, as it has been, so we all can continue to have our prosperity, our freedom, and the joy that God meant for us to have. So let's go and continue.
Who have been impacted by violent crime in our nation's capital.
My brother is not a number. All these people are not numbers. They are humans.
It was frankly to the grace of God that the 4 steps he did get in didn't kill me. While I was sitting in the hospital recovering, I found out my attacker had just been released from prison the day prior.
I go to those crime scenes. I sit with those families who the medical examiners is picking their bodies up off the ground.
Listen to him.
I deal with this. It is a problem. I deal with the fact of me having a paralyzed son, the mental anguish that he goes through.
I looked at Eric's ashes and I said, Eric, you haven't died in vain. Things will change so other people are safe when they go visit DC or work in DC. And that's my goal.
Amen.
To make people safe.
And Trump is
Griff
trying to do
Jenkins
that.
has more for us in Washington. Hi, Griff.
Hey, Jana, good morning. And you know, while the stats show this 30-year low in violent crime here in D.C., the reality on the streets tells a very different story. And for many victims.
So that's the thing. They have these stats. Again, these are stats that have been collected by the Joe Biden DOJ administration. They're using the stats from 4 years prior. Man, I believe without it, these things are fraudulent. But he said the people on the ground are telling you what's happening. So let's continue. The people on the ground know what's going on.
Of crime, this is personal. Asia Tamimi lost her husband 4 years ago, and her sons have been victims of gun violence.
My husband first. It was the 1st of January of 2021. He was trying to help an elderly man, and he was stabbed to death. My son, somebody came up behind him and shot him 8 times, twice in the head, 6 times in the body, and he's a paraplegic now. So, believe me, gun violence is personal for me.
When you hear from city leaders and others that crime is actually down, are you seeing that?
No.
Can you get any simpler than that? He asked a pointed question. When you hear from city leaders and other politicians saying crime is down, do you believe that? No. Her husband was killed. Her son shot 8 times. That's real crime. Listen, y'all better wake up. Y'all being duped. Your child could be a stat. Your husband could be a stat. Your wife could be a stat. Stop listening, following these lying, devilish politicians.
I'm not seeing it. We're seeing carjackings, the violence in the communities. So we were advocating then for the National Guard to come out, but they said there was no need. But think about how many lives could have been saved just having them on the scene.
And Asia says still to this day, she's not heard from one detective about those crimes committed against her family. Now for Tempe Satcher, another DC resident, her son BJ was gunned down in a random drive-by shooting on the way to work 2 years ago.
Listen to
she
this
does not
testimony.
feel that crime has calmed down.
Just today, a young lady was shot over on 15th Street in Northeast DC. Does that seem like crime gone down? With all the things that are going on with our president, sending the National Guards out, I don't have a problem with that personally, because if MPD can't do it and they need help, then I'm glad they're able to get the help.
And they're about.
So, you know what? So, that lets you know it's all political. These people have told you, we live here. We live in DC. We live in the city. We ride the bus. We ride the train. We hear the shootings at night. We see the crime. These politicians don't know what's happening. And those that know what's happening, they lie about it. The police chief is lying. The mayor is lying. Bowser, she's lying. These people know what they need. And many of them are applauding Trump. Every video I showed you, they're applauding Trump because they know what they need. And now, Chicago, you're next. Baltimore, you're next. New York, you're next. LA, maybe you're next. Because we need somebody to put a boot of some behinds to let them know there's law and order in this country. This is I Have a Faith with Michael Roy. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Hey, I need you not only to share, I need you to comment. I need you to say something. It can't just be me. It can't just be a handful of people. We're in this thing together. I need some other people to be able to be bold enough to say, hey, we support law and order. Come on, man. Get some cojones. Grow a pair. Stand with Trump so we can get law and order back in this country. So our young sons and will grow up to be real men and not these fairies that we're raising right now. Again, this is Out of Faith with Michael Roy. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, God bless you and God keep you. In Jesus' name. Have a blessed day. Amen.